It is time for beneficial news you can use. It's part of Litter Media Live for the September 25th, 2024. I'm Dan Ramey, and Aaron Glandon, Mr. Hand 2, is in for us today.
Hello.
Filling in for Mike Smith, who is on a special assignment.
Very special assignment for Mike Smith today.
Perhaps he'll be with us tomorrow to tell us how it went.
Perhaps.
There may be some blood involved. We'll let him give all the gory details. Let's start off with a look at our forecast for today. We had some rain. We had some high winds also through the Huntington area. There were several trees down on 772 in the Huntington Hills just north of Nipshin. And it's my understanding that there's some other wind damage that was done north of that as well in the Huntington Hills. So we loved getting the rain, but you want to see the trees fall, no question there. Mostly cloudy conditions for us the rest of this week. Rain is possible through Saturday as well. High temperatures will reach into the upper 70s. Right now, we're looking at comfortable temperatures in the mid-60s right now, and we can handle that as best we can. You know, we had some high winds, like I mentioned, but when I pulled in the parking lot today, you know that gravestone that is there for Duke the dog?
Yeah.
It was in the middle of the parking lot. I assume some no-gooders were involved with moving that. So we managed to, thanks to Jim Harris over at Litter Quality Propane, we got a cart and we managed to put it back in place. And I wasn't going to move it on my own because that thing was too heavy. But yeah, you just never know. I don't think that was blown over by the wind. That would be some pretty strong wind. All right, coming up in a moment, let's take a look at what's making news for us, along with sports and this date in history. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. They are your trusted comfort advisor. Started to say Trumpfort.
You're still in newscast mode.
Is that what it is? Your trusted comfort advisor is Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. What it means by that is I can't read a story straight today for some reason. We'll have the opportunity for you to find out more about what's going on with Accurate. We're scheduled to visit with them next week in a special edition of Litter Media Live. But outside of that, if you want to get to them right now, all you need to do is click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website, littermedia.com. It takes you to Accurate's website, which is AccurateHVAC.com. News is next.
Big yards, small yards, hilly yards, silly yards. Every yard is unique, and every yard, no matter how much you love it, can be uniquely frustrating to mow. That's why Country Clipper is designed to tackle any obstacle imaginable. It's the perfect mower for even the most imperfect yard. Country Clipper, engineered for easy.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Haynes Total Healthcare Center is celebrating 50 years of serving the chiropractic, physical therapy, and nutritional needs of the community. Click on this ad anywhere you see it on littermedia.com, and it will take you right to their website to learn more. HaynesHealth.com.
Mm-hmm. We invite you to follow along at littermedia.com for some of the stories we'll have on the show today, but some of them are also just merely in our social media page here on Facebook as well as Litter Media X, so make sure you follow us along. If you go to the right-hand corner of our website, you'll see all of our links to everything that we do right there, which includes Litter Media Radio. And there's also a Litter Media Radio player. As you see there, we had the mayor of Chillicothe in town with us in studio yesterday. Chillicothe Mayor Luke Feeney, a guest on a special edition of Litter Media Live. discussing city projects, dealing a great deal with finances and environment. That included the grant for construction of a salt barn to help preserve their stockpile from rain melt-off of the salt.
So we were one of about, I'm going to estimate 10 communities in the state that got the full funding request to build a salt storage shed. So you might have seen, I think the ODOT has theirs out on maybe Lyric Lane.
Yes.
To cover their salt. Makes a lot of sense. But we applied for an EPA grant, which one of the things that, other than the fact that the rain reduces the supply, the other thing that it does is it gets that salt everywhere. Basically, it can get into the the river, it can get into the ground around it, and so the coverage is going to help us not lose so much, and it's going to help the environment as well.
You can catch the entire interview on our YouTube channel now at Litter Media YouTube.
The city of Chillicothe will have curbside leaf collection this year starting the week of October 14th of 2024. Find the schedule in our website story on littermedia.com.
So he addressed the leaves also in that conversation with Mike Smith yesterday, but find all the details at littermedia.com. This Saturday, Chillicothe's Yuctangi Park will be host to the second annual First Capital Ruck 22 Fall Food and Music Fest. The event's objective is to provide fun, entertaining day for veterans and their families, but also to raise awareness to address the continuing rate of suicide among the nation's veterans. There will be a variety of things to do with the free entertainment, which you see the schedule, the agenda there on our screen. In addition, they'll have food trucks, vendors, magicians, balloon art, face painting, live music all day long, plus a 22K run will also take place, which is roughly 13 and a half miles. If you want to learn more about the event and the First Capital Ruck 22, you can visit their Facebook page, but we'll also have representatives in here with another special edition of Litter Media Live coming your way at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Yes. Also on Saturday, the Cigar Band presents Chilli-Fest on 2nd Street in downtown Chillicothe. Teams begin cooking chili early in the day from scratch. The event runs from noon until 9 p.m. with live music. Cost to enjoy the event is $5 with all proceeds going to Rock for Tots.
Always a cool time. I've not been able to get there because of football season.
Yeah.
Usually Friday night just drains you. Come Saturday, it's tough to get up and go out and do. But this is something you certainly want to get up and go out and do. There's a blood drive this Saturday up in Pickaway County at Asheville in the memory of Mike Spriggs. We lost Mike back in February to cancer. Mike was a longtime manager of the Asheville 4th of July celebration and served with the Ohio Festivals and Events Association. I got to know Mike through helping to promote the Asheville 4th of July. Super nice guy. He and his wife, Kelly, were 5 years behind me in high school, but we didn't know each other until I started emceeing some pageants for fairs and festivals, and they were judges along the way. But 15 years they were escorts for Miss Asheville 4th of July and the court. Others are battling similar issues as Mike did health-wise. Those who can are being asked to consider participating in this blood drive that's taking place up in Asheville Village Park Saturday from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m.
Chillicothe Civic Theater is rehearsing the thriller Wait Until Dark by Frederick Knott. This spine-chilling thriller will keep you on the edge of your seat, Dan.
Because it's spine-chilling.
Because it's spine-chilling. Show dates and times are October 11th and 12th, and 17th and 19th through 19th at 7 p.m., and October 13th and 20th at 2 p.m. Tickets are on sale now at cctoh.booktix.com, and that's Tix with an X.
Gotcha. The Friends of Hopewell Culture National Historical Park is leading a tour from the OU Chillicothe parking lot near University Drive on October 18th. 8:30 a.m. is when it starts. They'll be going down the route that takes you to the Great Council State Park, which is situated on a historic site of a Shawnee village. Then it's on to Fort Ancient Earthworks and Nature Preserve. They'll return to OU Chillicothe campus around 4:30. The cost is $60 per person and is limited to the first 40 individuals. If you want to get registered, we've got the email address on the story that you'll find on our website, littermedia.com.
Waverly-based Graphic Creations unveiled a design for a Kenworth at the Chillicothe plant yesterday. The design was for J&R Schugel from Minnesota in honor of disabled American veterans. The trucking company is also making a $25,000 donation to the DAV.
How about that? Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. I want to say I shared this on our Facebook page yesterday, and my son brought this to my attention, and I said, oh, that is pretty awesome. So if you want to find out more, this is a Waverly-based graphics company that did the work on this. Saturday, the 5th of October, is Foothold International's Wanderlust Gala. You see one guy you probably know there, and another guy as well. That other guy is Daniel DeGarmo. He'll be doing the auctioneering for the event, and I'll just kind of be steering the program as it goes along. The Chillicothe-based missionary, Foothold International, they have been working in Kenya for 20 years. Water filtration, they've been helping with a lot of things that have been improving the health of the kids there. Not only that, but giving women an opportunity to sell products. They've been making soap and other things like that and selling it and providing them with income, something they didn't have before. But Brad and Sherry Catron, they do tremendous work and are truly making a difference. And whenever I hear somebody talk about the work that Foothold International does, it's usually, man, I had no idea this is the impact they're making. We will visit with Brad and Sherry at 10 a.m. tomorrow on another special edition of Litter Media Live, where you can learn more. Another reminder that today is Donation Drive Day, benefiting Pioneer Center. This will take place after 1 o'clock, runs until 5 p.m. And those of you that are looking at our screen, you can see the things that they will be accepting during this drive, including towels, washcloths, shampoo, household items, that sort of thing, all taking place. And this will be at their office right there on, that would be West Main Street. It's not quite Western Avenue yet. So just before you get to Carlisle.
167 West Main Street.
Thank you for catching that. Our road report for today takes us down to Pike County, a landslide repair project on State Route 772 between McKinney Road and State Route 124. Work is occurring daily for the construction. One-lane traffic will be maintained using temporary signals for the duration of the project, which they're expecting to have completed this fall. They put those guardrails in I was talking about on 772 when I was coming into work here, 3-4 weeks ago. And today they were spreading hay and straw out over top of where all the dirt was so that it wouldn't wash away. So I thought to myself, why are these orange signs here? This is going to be a slow down process to taking Amelia to school. And come to find out, they're just blowing straw in the rain. That was what got me. It was, they can do that in the rain. Awful. So, but it's kind of cool because that made all the straw wet, so it's going to stick to the ground.
Yeah.
So probably not that bad of a deal. All right, coming up, a look at sports for you. And this date in history, our Litter Media Wayback Machine is dialed up for 1959. Details coming up. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253-8389. If you're doing some remodeling at home or in your business, or you just need a regular dumpster on a regular basis, they can help you. 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our Kingston National Bank mobility app today.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
I'm a busy woman, and I'm not ready to slow down. Tiffany's hip pain was interfering with her career and active lifestyle until she came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Dr. Meshbach told me about same-day surgery. I said, I want it now, and I wanted it yesterday.
After a successful procedure, Tiffany was home the very same day and on her way back to enjoying the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
In sports, we're going to start with our Litter Media Game of the Week, which has us on the road over to Fayette County this coming Friday night. Hillsboro comes into town at 2-3. The Miami Trace Panthers are 4-1. Mike Smith and BJ Daly will have the call for you on Litter Media Radio, which you can also find here on our website, littermedia.com. And don't forget that tomorrow we will have our Game of the Week preview show for you. And we have yet to catch up with Hillsboro's coach, but Nathan Horn, but heard from Jerry Williams. He will be able to join us to give us the Miami Trace side of that story. Westfall was the winner of the boys' D2 sectional golf tournament. 321 is what they fired. Westfall's Brendan Beigler is the medalist. He shot a 72. A pretty good day. Other teams to qualify for district action are Lynchburg Clay, Logan Elm, Fairfield Union, and West Union. Individuals to qualify include Micah Savage of River Valley, Reed Simons of Circleville, Braden West of Benton County, and Unioto's Callaway Ratliff.
With a name like Callaway, you got to be playing golf.
That's right, and I know his daddy, and I'm sure he's been playing a lot of golf. No question about that. All right, Miami Trace, Adina, and Bloom Carroll remain unbeaten in conference play with key wins in the FAC for volleyball, SVC, as well as Mid-State League Buckeye, respectively. The Panthers defeated Chillicothe in 4 sets, while Adina swept Unioto and Bloom Carroll over the Circleville. Bloom Carroll's Circleville's match marked the return of Circleville's 6-1 sophomore Addison Edgington after 8 months of recovery from a serious car crash last winter. We had tried to catch up with them this past summer to give us an update on Addie. I'm grateful to see her back at it. Yeah. We've not been able to reconnect just due to my back injury, and but mine was nowhere near what she has experienced, and this is just a tremendous story that needs to be told and heard again and again. Chillicothe, no, I'm sorry, I jumped ahead.
Yes.
Tuesday's Litter Media scoreboard, other volleyball scores, soccer and tennis included Chillicothe concluding a perfect FAC title with a 3-2 win over Jackson. You can find all that on our website, littermedia.com, on the scoreboard. Chillicothe Paints announcer, did I call this or not?
I don't remember, did you?
I mentioned it yesterday. I said he was the broadcaster of the year last year. You watch, this is going to happen again this year. I just had a feeling. And he has indeed been named broadcaster of the year for a second consecutive year. Jacob's a good kid, and we appreciate all he does to help us with our paints coverage, and a lot of folks enjoy listening to him. He could easily be working somewhere else, but he loves it here in Chillicothe. The Guardians defeated the Reds 6-1 last night. They'll wrap up that 2-game set this evening. Freddie Benavides, officially the interim manager, off to an 0-1 start.
He tried his best.
Well, he's had 4 more games to go, so maybe he'll finish up the season with a storm. All right, coming up in a moment, I'll look at this date in history as we go back to 1959, which happens to be the year that Mike was spoken into his existence.
Spoken in?
Yes.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, because Mom says, he's coming. Here he is. Boom. There he was.
All right.
Not spoken into existence like God spoke things into existence, just, All right, coming up, look at this date in history.
But first, Litter Quality Propane, custom tank colors and wraps. Find out how a propane tank can be beautiful at litterpropane.com.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Intermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Intermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good. Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today. This date in history, we go back to 1959. Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev. He caps his trip to the United States with 2 days of meetings with President Dwight Eisenhower. The two men came to a general agreement on a number of issues, but a U-2 spy plane incident in May of 1960 crushed any hopes of further improvement of the U.S.-Soviet relations during the Eisenhower years. And then it really became a little rocky. Oh, and then later...
It became a little bit Rocky 4.
And then later here comes Rocky and Drago.
Yes. I thought you were intentionally making a pun there.
No, I wasn't. Actually, but yeah, and you know, there was 40 years of an enemy that we could hate, that kind of thing, but there wasn't any true military action against each other. But it was just always us against the Russians.
When was the Cuban Missile Crisis? That was in the 60s.
1963, if I remember correctly. Not that I was alive during that period, but I was learning how to walk.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the closest that Russia had ever gotten to us here in that aspect. Although the Bering Strait is not very long for the Aleutian Islands and Russia over there, according to Alaska. But as far as the continental United States, that I think is the closest that Russia really, at that time period, made a true threat of any sort. So. Let's see here. We have a special edition coming up with First Capital Ruck 22. That'll be at 1 o'clock today to give us a final push for what their event is going on. If you want to learn more about their event, we've got a story on our website, littermedia.com. You'll be able to find out the details there. And then tomorrow we've got a couple more special events as well. So it's a busy couple of days here as we push towards the weekend.
Yeah, you're making it hard for me to move into my new apartment.
Yeah,
you're keeping me too busy.
You're trying to move, but also and you've got this luxury that we've extended to you to do this over multiple days. You haven't had to say, you know what, I got to move tomorrow, or I got to move right now. But the small stuff's been moved.
Most of the small stuff. Some of the small stuff.
Don't sweat the small stuff. It's the big stuff you have to worry about.
And we're going to U-Haul tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
It's annoying.
I last moved more than 30 years ago. I don't miss it.
Yeah, it's
in any fashion.
It's my least favorite thing in the world.
And of course, you find everybody that you got that's got a truck.
Yeah.
And that helps out in a big way. And you end up buying a lot of pizza too. All right, that's it for the program today. Thank you for watching. Mike is expected to be back with us tomorrow. So until then, Mr. Hand 2, Aaron Glandon, I'm Dan Ramey. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
We'll talk to you at 1 p.m.
Oh, we will, but I mean, with this program.
Oh, yes.
Tomorrow at 11 o'clock.